Thank you, doctors, for this informative presentation. Before moving forward for the sessions in this room, we would like to inform you that we have a workshop that just started at the workshop hall. It will be on cybersecurity frameworks across multiple countries. The speakers of this workshop are Engineer Adham Al-Atoum, Director of Policy and Compliance at the National Cybersecurity Center of Jordan, and Engineer Mohammed Abdulrahim, Advisory Board Member and Co-Chair of Middle East and Africa Chapter Fair Institute, and last but not least, Engineer Ibrahim Al-Abid, Director, Trusted Advisory Risk Services at CPX. Back to the sessions in this room, we have another presentation titled Safe Journeys Navigating the Cyber Security Matrix with Convergence and Consolidation Strategies by Engineer Melih Kergoz, Director Solutions Architecture at Fortinet. Engineer Melih is a seasoned technology leader with over 23 years of dedicated expertise in the realm of cybersecurity. Please join me to welcome him on stage.
Can I have the pointer as well? Thank you. Marhaba everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to present here today on behalf of Fortinet. So let's take a quick journey into this domain of cybersecurity metrics. Okay. I don't know what's the problem here. Okay. I think it's working now. No? Can you check this? Okay. I'm clicking it. Can we check? Nothing is working. Sorry for this. Working now?
Yeah, click the down button.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for that. So cybersecurity is like a puzzle. And this puzzle today has more than 3,400 pieces. Each piece from different cybersecurity vendors here. So they're not designed to fit together like we know in the normal puzzles. And the other challenge is we need to apply this puzzle onto different environments. Each environment has different requirements. And changing with hybrid work, cloud adoption, IT/OT convergence, all these technological trends. The challenge here is to move from complexity to clarity. That's not going to be sustainable in the long run like this. So the convergence and consolidation, which is very favorable in the market today, are two key strategies to achieve this simplification. Let's look at each one of them. So first, let's start with convergence. What do we mean with convergence is to bring networking and security together everywhere in your ecosystem. So it's like having security anywhere in your cloud, in your home, in your data center, branch, wherever your data is. The goal here is to do more with less. So that's the key here. So we need to simplify our environment. The way Fortinet doing this is first starting with the engine. So you need to have an optimized hardware platform. Or if it's a virtual machine, you need to utilize hardware acceleration through virtual technologies as well. So this gives you the ability to offload the critical fundamental functionalities of networking and security onto the hardware. So you leave room for more resource-intensive operations like security inspection in the same platform. features like application identification, advanced routing, encryption, decryption, all these are offloaded to the hardware here. The second thing is to onboard an operating system onto this specialized hardware. This is what we call FortiOS, the fundamental piece of our strategy. This is a next generation firewall fundamentally, but it covers all the applicable spaces you can imagine. Gartner calls this hybrid mesh firewall approach. So you will soon see FortiOS running in connected cars, in smart factories, not only in cloud, branch, or edges. So it's everywhere. So this helps you to have a consistent security. Second thing, we have embedded the leading SD-WAN technology into the same operating system. So we transform your branches with SD-WAN technology, and even including the local area side, we call it the SD branch. We transform your branches, edges everywhere. Then the integration of ZTNA, Zero Trust Network Access, into the same platform means you reduce the attack surface, you make sure that only the relevant users with correct security posture is accessing the correct applications with least privilege. And this is continuously checked, and any change in the posture will be applied dynamically to the environment wherever the user is accessing. And the last thing, another popular concept, SASE, Secure Access Service Edge. It's FortiOS, again, is one of the core pieces of this framework as well, which leads to expanding all these benefits of security and user experience to your remote workforce as well, wherever they are. And the third concept is artificial intelligence. So we have been investing in AI technologies for more than a decade now, and we have 8 main domains, from user behavior, network behavior, malware analytics, zero-day discoveries, security orchestration, and 42 of our product portfolio is driven by different machine learning algorithms like this. This is the future, so we are keeping investing on this one to have a predict prevention capability to analyze threats before they start to be a problem in your network, to prioritize the risk, to assess the risk, and so on. So this is very important. And FortiGuard Labs here is our threat intelligence center, and we are the leading threat intelligence organization in the world. We are leading the cybersecurity domain in World Economic Forum with integration with more than 200 threat intelligence service providers. And also we are the co-founder of Cyber Threat Alliance, where all our valued competitors are there to collaborate against cybercrime. Our technology and our investments in the convergence area are actually proven by industry analysts as well. So for example, in Gartner, we are the leaders with the highest ability to execute for more than consecutive years. So that means if you invest in Fortinet technology, you will have the best of both worlds, networking and security, without compromising any of the major functionalities you require, any of the enterprise features. An example of convergence is SASE. So why do we call universal SASE at Fortinet? Let's go about this one. So first differentiation is Fortinet is the only leading vendor that natively integrates SD-WAN and cloud-delivered security, the SSE components. That means we expand all the benefits of SD-WAN of your network, like having the best paths, self-healing networks, and so on, and we expand it to your remote users as well. So our SASE POPs become a part of your SD-WAN environment. So the users, the SASE and the SD-WAN estate, they become a single, unified, self-aware networking. And especially with the Zero Trust in place for the SASE, we have another advantage where we directly open secure communication tunnels between your end users and your critical applications that you host in your own data centers. So with direct access, you don't have to go through another cloud SASE POP, which adds extra latency, and which violates the data regulations, data sovereignty concerns, because the critical traffic is basically expected in somewhere else. We keep it on your own premises. And for the other use cases like secure private access, secure internet access, secure SaaS access, this is all backed up by the AI-assisted intelligence we have through FortiGuard laboratories. And then we add AI ops for the networking side as well, together with digital experience monitoring, to provide an end-to-end experience, user experience monitoring, benchmarking, and troubleshooting. And all of these ecosystem, your branches, remote users, cloud applications, SaaS applications, private data center, this all is managed through a single console and with single unified analytics. That's why we call it a true single vendor SASE convergence. And why do we call it universal as well? We expand the definition of SASE that made by Gartner. We include on-premise the LAN area side as well. So with wired, wireless, and 5G net connectivity, we include all your micro branches, remote locations into this ecosystem of SASE, universal SASE. We will soon also be able to onboard third-party CPE devices other than Fortinet solutions onto this SASE framework as well. And on top, we again apply all these digital experience monitoring, unified management analytics with flexible consumption, what we call FortiFlex. It's a point-based, SaaS-based way of consuming security services here. So it scales up and down as your needs change in the future. So it's a very flexible way of consuming these services. Now, we have a converged platform. We are able to apply networking security, having a consistent security policy, security posture anywhere in our ecosystem. Now, it's time to build consolidation on top of this. So this is where we connect the dots, basically, and we call this Fortinet Security Fabric. It's our universal cybersecurity platform. We call it universal because we have more than 500 integrations with third-party vendors that we share threat intelligence, we automate operations, and so on. SecOps, or security operations, is a very good example of consolidation. To build a proactive security operations center, you need to start from the bottom and go up. So with basics like identifying your assets, having telemetry from them, then to go to detection, early detection of threats, triaging, prioritization of threats, hunting the adversaries while they are engaging with our network, and so on. It goes up to even incident response services. So it's not just technology, but technology comes together with people and process for your business as well. I don't have time to go into all the questions, but maybe we can take an example of this. So first of all, we need to design this security operations center with the eyes of a threat adversary. So we have cyber kill chain or MITRE frameworks for this as very good guidelines to think how they are thinking. And we need to address each step on this threat lifecycle. For example, one of the questions in the pyramid was, during an intrusion, how do you observe an adversary activity in real time? So the threat actor is already in your network. Are you able to detect it? If yes, how do you engage with him? From a technological example, we can say that, for example, let's say FortiGate next generation firewall sent an alarm, IPS alarm, to SIEM solution that someone is doing an Oracle database scan in a certain VLAN in your network. SIEM takes this, correlates this information, and sends it as an incident to SOAR platform, our FortiSOAR platform, which is the orchestration tool. So the SOAR takes this info and runs a playbook to talk with the Deceptor platform. Deception platform, it asks Deception, do you have an Oracle database fake decoy in that VLAN? If the answer is no, it dynamically spins up a new Oracle database, fake database, in real time to thwart the attacker from the real databases to this decoy. So then you have the option to analyze their activities, you have the option to isolate the threat without it getting spread around in your network. So the overall goal is to uniquely combine the early detection and response technologies, different technologies together, each running different machine learning algorithms by themselves, and each actually addressing a different stage in the cyber kill chain. For example, if you talk about deception platform, it starts from the beginning and up to the end. So it covers all the stages because it's acting like an early warning system. No one should touch a deception decoy. If someone touches it, that's a high priority alarm. And same for recon services. You gather insight around your organization like a hacker from outside your network, how your organization is looking like. What are they talking about in your organization in dark web? You get all these intelligence, and then you can integrate this with SOAR, SIEM, these kind of response technologies. For example, if someone is trying to sell your organization's credentials in dark web, the SOAR can automatically trigger a playbook to remove or force the users to change their passwords. So this is a very important kind of example. So it's crucial to, whenever you place an each piece into the security operation platform, this should fill a gap in your ecosystem, and it should help the others to gain a more holistic approach. So for example, like I said in the beginning, your canvas, everything is different. Every customer, every environment, every sector has different requirements. So how can we apply it? Just two examples. For example, operational technology, the critical infrastructure. So here, the language is different. We're talking about energy, transportation, oil and gas, hence manufacturing, hence the name critical infrastructures here. So here, the term security or resilience in IT side turns into safety because we are talking about human lives, sometimes more than many cities, many catastrophic things could happen as we go along. And the other thing is OT has different protocols than IT. So you need to have an understanding of these IT technologies to be able to protect them. We apply all these IT-related capabilities we have for more than 2 decades onto the OT platforms as well, meaning we can virtually patch the legacy systems running in OT networks because sometimes, for example, a robot in a manufacturing system is running on Windows XP. Now, not even Microsoft is supporting that operating system now. But for example, you can install our 40 EDR on top of it, or you can use FortiGate IPS to virtually patch the vulnerabilities because you won't be able to upgrade those robotic systems, for example. And on the security operations side, we have dedicated dashboards specialized for OT in our SIEM and SOAR technologies. For example, if based on the Purdue model, which is one of the standards used in OT cybersecurity concept, if a device in level 2 tries to communicate with level 4 and which is not allowed through your policy, the SIEM can identify this and the SOAR can take automatic actions without you manually trying to do something. And we also care about the remote access to critical infrastructure systems, secure remote access. We announced a new product around this that is integrated with the zero trust concept as well. Another sector, like an example, financial services industry. Here, the resilience is a very important concept. Apart from transforming the branch, like we discussed with ST1, NAC, branch, AIOps kind of integrations to provide the banks for customers a better experience, the innovation is very key. They need to innovate new products to stay competitive in the financial sector against especially the fintech companies. So open banking, for example, is a very critical thing to address because this allows the banks to open up their critical business applications to third parties or even through the end users directly. So that means APIs are a very critical threat vector moving on. So our technologies here, especially machine learning, on our FortiWeb platform, web application and API protection tool, will help you to discover and automatically protect your APIs without even need to manually configure anything. This is very critical. Also, it can integrate with our sandbox technology. So if someone is trying to upload a zero-day malware through an API, we can still identify and prevent it happening. Especially for financial industries, they are usually multi-vendor environments. Lots of different multi-vendor technologies are running there. So FortiSOAR, for example, is a very critical piece here to orchestrate between these different components, the actions we want to take, the automation of the manual tasks. So it's a very critical piece of this operation automation technologies. And of course, banking has many regulations and standards. They need to understand how they stand against globally, for example. We have a security rating subscription that helps you to understand the missing links in your configuration or how you stand against the overall average security posture of financial industries globally. This will help you to make your decisions correctly on the upcoming investments you are planning to make. And also, we have dedicated reportings just for audits that banks face a lot. They spend a lot of time trying to get ready for this kind of stuff, and we try to ease them. We try to provide dedicated reporting for technologies, for regulations like PCI and so on. So this helps them to get more time to focus on more important things. Of course, we can talk about it for hours, but experience is everything. What I talked about was just a subset of the integrations or capabilities we can display. So we have experience centers that we call. The one in Middle East is in Dubai office. So you can spend half a day, let's say, remotely or physically. You can visit like an EBC visit, and you can experience all these integrations that I talked about in hand. So you can see how it will help to automate, to ease your operations, to strengthen your security posture, and orchestrate your automation. If you have third-party vendors, more than welcome. We can integrate with them as well. Like I said, we have more than 500 integrations with APIs and connectors with many different vendors. So this is very important to experience in hand to be able to understand the real value behind it. Cybersecurity is all about, actually, maybe we should call it cyber resilience, is all about risk management. So the critical thing is, as I said in the beginning, the puzzle, whenever you want to place a piece in that puzzle, it should cover a gap, first of all, and it should fit with the other existing tools you have. This is very important to have a shared threat intelligence, collaboration, automation, and response. So this is the key to have a successful journey in the cybersecurity metrics. Thank you very much for your time.